Hello everyone, welcome back to my Journalism of the Heart news channel. The story for today is, but this season, fans quickly declared their unwavering support for Domenica and Jack Miller. Regardless of any scandals or drama that would follow, both of Italian heritage, both dog lovers, both vegetarian, both funny in a quirky way. Those might sound like small enough connections, but this was a better match than we MAFS fans have seen in a long time. Even resident expert Mel Schilling called them her early favourites of the season, while John Aiken called them an Italian power couple. Having made it through the hectic emotional maze known as The Experiment, this week saw Domenica and Jack exchange their final vows as the series begins to wrap up. During her time at home with friends, Domenica admitted that her previous divorce was weighing on her mind as she prepared to share her feelings with Jack. "I do have an intense fear of failure, definitely, and I'm really scared that I'm going to get into something again and have it not work," Domenica told her mates. "That's where I was in my last relationship and that scares the absolute shit out of me." When it came time to declare their vows, it was clear Jack had nothing but love to share for Dom. Just as the Sportsbet odds predicted, which is often seen as a sign of leaked intel. "I can wholeheartedly say I could not have made it through without you. I think it's safe to say that throughout all of this that I've felt pretty much every emotion possible, but I knew that no matter what I had you by my side," he said. "You have shown me time and time again how empathetic, caring and everything else you can be, and you've always been there to put a smile on my face. You have made this one of the most incredible experiences of my life. I would love to continue this relationship in the outside world, because I truly do believe we have something great." When it was Dom's turn, fans were on the edges of their seats. "What a bloody incredibly journey we've been on. You said in your wedding vows you wanted someone to challenge you, and I know I did just that," she said with a laugh. "I know what it feels like to walk away. It's an all-consuming decision that can completely change the course of your life. Throughout the entire experiment I never gave up hope, even through the toughest of times, because I wanted to believe the chemistry we shared from day one meant something. You are a one-in-a-million guy. I'm hoping we can continue what we have into the real world, because right now it is too special to let go." As the love story wraps up on screen, we couldn't help but wonder, have these two made it in the real, non-experimental MAFS world? In the reunion episode, Domenica and Jack shared that they had broken up in the months after they'd exchanged their vows. "We already had a fair idea this would happen, because in a TikTok video shared by a Sydney paparazzi photographer, Jack did appear to arrive at the reunion alone. It kind of fizzled. I don't know what happened, and I'm left very confused," Domenica told the producers of their split after the show. "I don't know what happened. I'm feeling so gutted," Jack added. So, the romance had died down and both contestants revealed they still had lingering feelings. Is there a chance they made things work? Domenica and Jack are in a friendship group now, regularly spending time together with Ella Ding, Al Perkins, Brent Vidiello and Selena Chaw. "We're in a group chat and we talk all day every day and support each other," Domenica tells WHO. "We know that what happened in that environment is one thing, one part of our lives. We're all friends now, and what we're going to make of life now is a completely different story." After the final episode aired, Jack and Domenica addressed their relationship status in an interview with 9. "We are honestly just taking it day by day, and obviously going through the experience in the experiment and reliving it again brings up all those emotions again in a different way," Domenica said. "We're not putting a label on it," she added. "In terms of the future, I don't know. Whatever does happen, happens," Jack said. While their romance came to an end after the final vows, we certainly enjoyed the journey. The pair scored a hyper-romantic edit during their wedding ceremony. "It was like the 9 network were telling us love these two, and we certainly did." As Domenica walked towards the wedding venue, her dramatic voiceover was played over the top of that classic romantic reality TV music. "You know, violins, people humming, vibes, even after everything I've gone through, I still believe in love at first sight," Domenica declared. "My parents are living proof of it happening. I just think their love story, well, it's not very modern, but I still think it is beautiful. My dad rocked up to my mum's family farm to buy a box of tomatoes and my mum's grandfather said, 'Anna, this is a single man,' and I mean it was the 1980s, but it felt like the 1800s. As she entered the venue and walked down the aisle, seeing Jack for the very first time, her voiceover said, "My mum looked at him from across the way and they saw each other and she thought that's him. H is going to be the one, covering all the bases straight off the bat at the altar. Dogs, vegetarian, Italian, it was clear there was a spark between them. I'm definitely feeling the chemistry. I just wanted someone who had a really kind smile and beautiful energy, Domenica told the cameras of meeting her groom. I think the experts have nailed it. Dom is beautiful, she's lovely, and she seems totally unique, added Jack. Not to mention, Dom's psycho aka psychic prediction that her husband would have a connection to the letter M. Which, it turns out, is the first letter of his surname Miller, and while their wedding reception took a slight turn when it came time for Domenica to reveal she had divorced her ex-husband 18 months ago, her nerves were somewhat settled when Jack and his friends accepted her responses to their questions. Most importantly, Jack told his bride, "It would be inappropriate for me to judge somebody on their past, everyone's got a past. I've only known you for a very short time, but you being that honest shows me that you're in this. I don't see anything negative about that, I really don't." The pair have even remained strong through scandal, most notably when Olivia distributed a naked image of Domenica without her consent or knowledge. Jack told the other contestants he knew and didn't care about Domenica's use of OnlyFans in the past, but condemned their actions for sharing the image. "I simply don't understand how a bunch of adult people can share a photo around to each other and think that is okay behavior, and then defend themselves saying it was not malicious. It is wrong, it is inappropriate and just downright f***ing childish," Jack said at the time. Producers asked if Domenica was glad she had Jack by her side at the dinner party. "Blow smoke up my ass, go for it. I love it," Jack joked. "I was on the couch and I could hear you standing up for me. For us. Because we have come into this experiment and we have been a team from day dot, no matter what we've been through. We are bloody strong and none of these idiots are going to tear us down, I'll tell you what." Whether or not they've remained together, it's clear Jack and Domenica have a special love for one another as friends. That is all for today news. Please make sure to leave your comment and subscribe the channel below for more news updates.